vicious windstorms, pouring down rain. I'm talking crazy rain. I've ridden in hail. Ah! Alright, that's why you... that hurt so bad. Okay, that's what the difference is between a normal bike. What's up, guys? Sean here from Srkcycles, and we have, you know, I mean, you're pretty run-of-the-mill motorcycle. It's pretty standard. It's a Honda Rebel. No, it's actually a, I don't know what year, and I don't care. It's a Redneck Chopper. That's the brand, Redneck Chopper. I know very little about these bikes, but you know what I do know? This is a great way to lose, I don't know, $60,000 in a decade. And we're going to talk about why no one drives choppers anymore. So let's get on it. Let's have some fun, and let's do the test drive. This is a wild experience. This is the first time I've driven this thing, and open primary is just gross. Alright, which I could in, I think, is the decompression switch. Pull that out. I don't know, I think this might be a RevTech motor. It's huge, I know that. I was told it was ginormous. Ooh, that intake's missing some of the intake. Looks like they cut part of it out. That's kind of weird. Alright, let's fire it up. Wow, that's a cold start, guys. Touching the exhaust, it's a cold start. That fired up pretty good. Like I said, open primary, I don't like it. I think it's a horrible idea. It's all for show. Guaranteed to cut your leg off when you lay this bike down, because that sucker just keeps on running. But that's not the only thing that's gonna hurt you. You know, you're guaranteed to get impaled by one of these on both sides. I mean, that's sharp. That's about like, that's a couple of files away from just like freaking blood. You got this thing. Yeah, this bike is smart. It's got no gauges, but it's got the Dragon from How to Tame Your Dragon spray painted. I think riding this bike is going to destroy my shoes. I can't believe my front tire is that, it's like 3 bikes. If I race myself on this bike, I win by 3 bikes in a race against, look how far in front of it is. What is this? I feel like the guy who rode this before wore like the largest, like, giant platform shoes with like big old fat like steel toes, because I have to move like my not just my leg, but like my whole body just to upshift it. Now obviously that could be tuned and changed differently. Do you ever wonder why the guys from like OCC and the chopper places, they always trailer their bikes to the show? Because they suck the ride. This is horrible. No, I mean, it's not that bad. It's like riding anything that's just weird, you know, like the like that bike that I had that had those huge apes, like those giant apes with the suicide shift. You just gotta do a little more thinking. But okay, if you ever wonder why people buy choppers, I mean, they're semi-functional, I guess. I mean, I'm kind of riding it. This counts as riding, I guess. So they're semi-functional. But mainly, I mean, it's just so unique, so ridiculous. You get, why is that guy not looking at me? I'm riding a chopper, man. Guy, I'm riding a chopper. Why is that guy not looking at me? You get looks. People want to see it because it's ridiculous. It's like, wow, That's not normal. Now back in the days, I think this bike was like a $60,000 bike. The engine's got crazy value. If you parted this bike out, found someone who wanted to buy the engine, I bet the engine's worth like $12,000. And then the transmission and everything else. It's not cheap. But resale of the whole bike, because no one really cares about the whole chopper thing. Hey! Hey! I like yelling at strangers when they're carrying boxes. It's kind of like my thing. Another good thing about this bike is you have no idea how fast you're going. You also don't know anything. You don't know anything when you're riding this bike. Like, you don't know oil pressure, temp. You're in the dark. But that's what the Dragon's here for. So these are like drag bars, but I feel like I'm riding a bike with apes. This primary is shredding my boots up. That's what happens when you stop thinking about it for a second. It idles well. I'm not gonna lie, I do kind of like these grips, but my arms are just fatiguing. Is that a word? Fatiguing? Fatigued? They're wearing down. I mean, it would be brutal to have to take a big trip on a bike like this. And to ride this thing in anything other than the perfect weather would be stupid. I mean, you guys see me riding in vicious windstorms, pouring down rain. I'm talking crazy rain. I've ridden in hail. Ah! Alright, that's why you... that hurt so bad. Okay, that's what the difference is between a normal bike and what they call a rigid. This bike has no suspension. The only suspension this has is my butt. I don't have much of a butt. Oh man, that was awesome. So if you were wondering, like, hey, how come this chopper seems kind of dying off? Go ride one. Go ride one. It'll be very clear to you, really quick, why the chopper scene has died off, and why people who spent 80 grand on a chopper are now selling them for like 8,500 bucks. I mean, that was painful, and that was like a bump that, like, I no joke, if I was on a Gold Wing, I wouldn't have even noticed it. But on this chopper, I popped out a vertebrae. Just popped out. I feel like my camel pack broke and was leaking on my back. It was actually like just blood just coming out because, like, my spine broke. I feel like this is practically a bike that you make for someone. I feel like this is like a dare. They make this bike and they're like, dare you to ride that. Ah! Alright, I lifted up at the end. I dare you to ride that bike for more than like 2 minutes, bro. Oh yeah? I'll ride it for 3. And then the guy comes back after 3 minutes and he's like 3 inches shorter than when he started, and needs to buy a new pair of boots. Let's get on it. Wow. And if all that wasn't enough, they put a giant motor in it. So here we go. Take a bike that can't handle, can't take bumps, can't perform at all, is uncomfortable to ride, and then make it stupid fast, and you can't tell how fast you're going or anything, and then make it stupid fast. Welcome to Chopper. And then that guy did it in a wave, and then sell them for like $100,000. Oh man, guys, if you're looking to tie down your bike, you gotta transport it, you just bought a chopper, you gotta bring it back, you need tank straps. They're the baddest straps out there. It's the only thing me and my dealership use. And actually, we just got the guys from Srkcycles using tank straps, and they love them. Check out tank straps below. They're for sale on Amazon. And they are the baddest straps. They're super heavy duty, super, way more than what you need. But that's exactly what you need if you plan on having a strap for a long time. Alright guys, remember, it's not what you're riding, but where you're going. But if you're riding a bike like this, you might just never get where you're going. Alright guys, that wraps it up. This has been fun. We'll see you guys later. What's up guys, I'm Sean. Thanks for watching that great video. And as always, click down here to subscribe. And here's the next fun video for you guys to watch. We'll see you guys next time.
And that wasn't far enough away.
And I had no clue. I'm just gonna tell you guys to back off. Bring your bikes, and listen, it's not what you're riding, but where you're going. We will see you guys later.